Hey y'all, welcome back to another vlog. My name is Amelia. So I wanted to start this vlog off a little bit differently from the previous ones I did. Basically, this vlog is going to be about my trip back home to Saint Kitts in December. And as you can see from the title, the trip that healed my soul, I wanted to basically show you the places that I went to, the food that I ate, and then just give you my review on how things went and just share a bit of the trip. So, yeah, stay tuned and I hope you enjoyed this vlog. So we started things off at Boozy Brunch. This was an all-inclusive afternoon/evening fete, and it was hosted by the Carambola Beach Club. Next up, we visited a Shipwreck Bar and Grill at Friars Bay, and I visited this place so many times during my trip, and that should tell you just exactly how good the food here is, and also the beach. I wanted their comforter meal, but unfortunately they were sold out, so I just ended up getting their barbecue chicken, and then my partner got the mahi-mahi. I remember growing up, my mom would always bring me over to this beach, but we would always go on the other end, so coming on this side was a bit new to me. However, the water was perfect, the sun was just right, and this was definitely needed.
You see all these sexy girls in the club, oh girl, I wanna hold on you tonight, every time you walk in the club, girl, I want you to be mine, girl, I want you in my life, I swear, teasing me, I feel you feeling me.
My third day here, I visited the Amory Bakery Cafe that's located in Frigate Bay. This is actually their second location and their first one is in Bastille. They offer a wide variety of pastries, drinks, sandwiches, and they also have overnight oats. I love the fact that they did a Christmas themed decor and it was so cute. I ended up trying their banana bread matcha and it was a 10 out of 10. You guys have to try it. I tried their classic breakfast that came with eggs, toast, sausages, sauteed peppers and onions, and it was really good. The only thing I would say, it was a bit pricey, but definitely a must try if you end up visiting the island.
I'm Bea, this is my first drink of the night.
My name is Kelly and this is my first drink.
My name is Mackie and this is my first drink.
This is Karis and this is my first drink.
Come on, man.
It's Ashami and this is my first drink.
My name is Alaric and this is my first drink.
Come on.
Okay.
Miss Kylie, this is my first drink.
On Christmas Eve, I ended up going to the Activate boat party. It was a 10 out of 10 experience. This is my second time going and the vibes were good. The drinks were really strong. They gave us food at the beginning of the boat ride, which was a really good idea. I also tried doing the trend where we showed my friends with their first drink versus their second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. But obviously you saw there were some people that we forgot to record because we were having way too much fun. Yeah. You see the vibes. You see the vibes.
Show me your finger.
So we're gonna fast forward to December 26th, which was Juve, and we played with Excess. The theme this year was construction, roadwork, and all the construction hats and the vests. It was a very well executed Juve, I will say. They had so much food and so much drinks. I really wanted to give them their props for that because it is hard having such a large troupe and then making sure that everyone is fed and everyone enjoyed themselves. I want to say that it was over 10,000 people in their troupe, and you can see it was very well enjoyed.
Somebody right now, give me a good buzz. Somebody say one match. One, ready, two, ready. One, two, listen. Somebody right now. Now we got some man. Now we got some man.
And if by now you're probably wondering, did she go to every single event? Yes, I definitely did. For lunch that day, we ended up going to Splash at the Royal Saint Kitts Hotel, and I got the fettuccine pasta with chicken, and my boyfriend got shrimp pasta. Immediately after that, it was time to collect my costume, and I headed to the Saint Kitts Marriott Ballroom where I collected my package from Ultra Carnival. The troupe section that I was in was the Nebula Dreams, and here you can see I was just making sure that everything was in my package, and we were ready to hit the road in a couple of days, of course. Next up, we have Sunset Empire State of Mind, which was hosted by DJ Terra Events. The tickets that I purchased for this event were VIP, and that included food, drinks, and of course entertainment. There were also a lot of photo opportunities and backdrops which corresponded with the theme of the event, which I really liked. I would give this event a 9 out of 10. The only reason I didn't give it a 10 was because it did start a bit late and it ended up going until in the morning, which isn't my preference for fetes, but still a great event. And then we ended up going to Anchored Boat Party, which was hosted by Tidal SKN, and the theme was Citrus Voyage, which they wanted us to wear shades of orange, green, or yellow. It's always a great experience coming to this event. The last one that I went to was not on a boat, but I think my preference for this event would be on a boat because of the exclusivity. Also, you have to be on time or you'll get left behind, so it forces the event goers to be more punctual. 10 out of 10. I'd like to also add in that the views, the sunset views that I got while being back home was to die for, guys. Like, look at this. Anyway, we ended up going to the Wine and Food Festival that was hosted by the Carambola Beach Club. It was an all-inclusive event that featured a wine and cocktail bar, welcome hors d'oeuvres, braised oxtail, roasted breadfruit, a live tuna searing station, a sushi bar, and much more. My personal favorite was their plantain bread pudding. Guys, I could not stop eating it. Overall, I would give this event an 8 out of 10. Now, in the beginning, I did tell you guys that this one would be a long one, but I told you to bear with me because it's going to be worth it. So next up, we have the Reggae Beach restaurant. I grew up going here as a child, so it brought back lots of memories, and this was also another place that I went to multiple times while being home. Their food selection is absolutely amazing. I had the coconut shrimp appetizer and the mahi mahi lunch, and I also got the grilled lobster lunch. I would say the lobster was an 8.5 out of 10 and the shrimp was definitely a 10 out of 10. Now, this is honestly a hidden gem in Saint Kitts. The wait time was very long because it is a smaller capacity restaurant and we went at lunchtime, but it was worth it. I had the garlic shrimp, which was a 7.5, and I had the chicken roti, which was a 10 out of 10. For New Year's, we went to the Saint Kitts Marriott to watch fireworks.
Mama leave me, yeah, no long. Lost myself and I found my purpose. Yeah, every day I know that I am blessed tonight because you love me. Yeah, they can do to me. Don't say man no face, but to pay. These kind of things in a life.
No, this is the day that I was waiting for my whole trip. Parade day. Now you can see me doing my final touches before I hit the road. The band that I ended up playing with was Ultra Carnival, as you saw in the previous clips where I picked up my costume. This was my second time playing with them. It was a great experience. They had great DJs and abundance of food. The costumes were so beautiful. All the sections were lovely. My section was the Nebula Dreams. The colors, the jewels, the feathers really tied together well. My ranking for the costume sections would have to be Nebula, which was mine, Rodeo Royale, Sweet Cane, and Twilight in China. 10 out of 10 experience.
Ready now! Ladies, perform for your Rasta man. Rasta loving is the best. Let's go! Ladies, if you don't have a back problem, bend over, bend over.
Now for day 2, which we call last lap, which is basically the final day for carnival. So they usually extend the time that we could be on the road a bit so that people could get their last jump up. This was also with Ultra and I chose the option Tempo. The only thing I would say is that the boot part of my costume was a bit small, so I would size up if I had to get another bodysuit from them. But I love the design and the extras that it came with. This was a collaboration between Ultra and Kaiso Carney. January 2nd ended carnival, like I said in the previous clip, so things settled down a lot on the island as everyone returned to work and most of the visitors that came in were leaving. I ended up staying a week longer to get things done with my family and visit my brother in Nevis, our sister island. A few days before I left is when I went over to Nevis, and I actually had my other bestie come with me because she ended up having some time off after carnival, and this was some time for us to catch up as well. My brother ended up picking us up from the boat, and then I went to Sunshine's. I did try the Killer Bee and I could not finish it. It was very sweet but very strong, and I'm not much of an alcohol drinker. My dish was the spear ribs and my best friend got the veggie pasta. Overall, it was an 8 out of 10 experience. The service was good. The highlight of going to Nevis would be catching up with my brother and seeing my niece. She is so smart, and she even told me that she was going to call me on her tablet when her dad puts WhatsApp on it.
What's up on the time? When I just try, when I just try. When I drop a song, I go need to dance. They walk out to get it, to do my price. Then I find the sound, I'm on the sound. I know get the name, I know sing the sound. Sound, I'm on the sound.
Now, if you stayed to this point, I want to thank you so much for watching. Thank you again for tuning in to another episode of A Small Glimpse of My Life. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.